this is information that came from my teacher who was trained in Tibet and has been corroborated by life. So it's a fascinating way of looking at what's happening. And it helps to sort of step back and just listen to what this is rather than form opinions as you begin to hear it. Just listen to it. So what I learned from him, Greg Tiffen, Tiffen is his name, is this is an Earth school. The universe set up this planet in this portion of itself, made it female to teach evolution of all four areas of who we are: the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. And Earth's nature is here as an example of how to work with evolution, because all of nature is loss, incline, creation, improvement. That's nature. So this is a 10-layer school, which means that the change will become more and more refined in each dimension. So the first dimension was stromathelites who came in to just puff oxygen into everything. Second dimension was when life started to become more complex. And as the second dimension got stronger and stronger, it created bodies complicated enough that we could begin to incarnate from this universe and from galaxies to come in to begin to evolve the part of ourselves that we really want to change. In the second dimension, the problem with the second dimension was that the life of the body really took over. And the life of the body is concerned by three things: survival, inclusion, and reproduction. Those are the only things the body really cares about. But we can't be here without the body. So in the second dimension, the body's need to have those needs met was very strong. So the universe then evolved us into the third dimension. Said, you guys aren't getting along. We're going to have to figure out what to do here. So the third dimension was really well characterized by do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and then learning from that, learning about yourself. You have a friend who's struggling, and that friend is more loving and happy when that friend leaves you, and you feel better about yourself. On the opposite side, you control somebody, you make them absolutely miserable, you're an awful person, and you feel better about yourself. And we had that to begin to learn how to recognize that what's out of us is also in us. And we've done pretty well with that, but the second dimension is still strong. The life of the body is still strong. And so now the reason that things are so chaotic now is the universe is moving us into the fourth dimension. It's a 10-dimension school. The fourth dimension is now going to be teaching autonomy. It's not do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's letting life become a catalyst that you respond to by coming to know yourself better. So something happens, you reach inside of yourself, you decide what quality you want to give to that situation. That's you. That's your honest expression. You share that. That steps you into the evolution that you're learning from, and it also helps you with your self-knowledge. So we are now moving into the fourth dimension that's all about autonomy. The phrase that goes with the fourth dimension is you first, right after me. So it's not elbows out, me first. It's a kind you first, right after me. And so we're building common ground through seeking people that we can have common ground with, learning how to have reciprocal relationship, individuals relating reciprocally. And then this amazing understanding comes in, which wipes out whatever sort of angst or struggle to control the situation, because everything is a control issue, is suddenly wiped out with a different perspective. And that's the fourth dimension. The fifth dimension is a dimension of hard work. I know a woman from the fifth dimension, and after my daughter died, she really wanted to help me recover. And she just gave me lots and lots of things to do with work. And I was way too devastated to do that. I couldn't do any work. And since then, she's apologized to me. And I've said, yeah, but you're from the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension doesn't get caught in loss the way we do. The fifth dimension, it's loss. It's a part of life. It creates challenges. It's suffering, but we're not going to stay stuck there. The fifth dimension moves you into creativity and work. What you're going to be doing now without having lost any of the sensitivity that you gained from loss. And very few of us are there. Don't even make it a goal. It's just interesting to hear how the dimensions are going to refine us as universal personalities from the universe and the galaxies enter here, each one on our own schedule. Then the sixth dimension is going to have a lot to do with family, connection. Seventh dimension is going to have a lot to do with everything to do with the metaphysics, the ancient world, the spirituality. The eighth is going to have to do with success. The ninth is going to have to do with wrapping it up. And then the planet will be probably destroyed by the sun. It won't be functioning anymore. So the reason we're having such a problem now is we have second dimensions got its heels in, saying, I don't want things to change. I want to control what's happening here. But it's not going to work because the universe is pushing us into the fourth. So good luck.
So do you have any information on timeline?
Oh, well, I know that the fourth dimension starts in 2030. That's the only timeline I know. And there's technology that governs the universe that we know something about. We know some of it. But science hasn't been sensitive enough to discover all the connections to the universe. But we have one great big one called the movement of time. And it's a turning vortex, and it controls time. And it's getting tighter right now. And so people are feeling the pressure. That's going to pop open in 2030, and whatever we have created then is going to expand. So the challenge now is to stay out of a third world war. That's the challenge. If we can do that, we will bumble through this. Because the third world war is all going to be about second dimension. It's a refusal to live in what happened in the third dimension, distorting the gifts that the spiritual teachers gave us in the third dimension, and not being ready to move into the fourth. So the more we as individuals do, giving to the situation who you are, learning from it, recognizing when you do that, you're evolving. You're in your life. You're evolving your lesson. You're doing what you're here to learn. And let that be your gift to life, not your opinions, not what you think other people should do, not how you want to control it so they do it right. That's completely outdated. It's destructive. Just give who you are. That's it.